Ladies and gents of the YouTube land, welcome back. It is a cold Northern California winter day here, but we're just getting a few more in before the end of the year and messing around. So Damon, as usual, is on the RM370s, building out the clutch. It's a slow, detailed process when you're doing bottom end stuff, making sure everything is right, because the weird thing is Damon only likes to do stuff once, maybe twice, but no more than twice.
No more than twice.
He's a real pet peeve of his. So he's messing around with that, and while he's doing that, I've been messing around with the Triumph Bonneville that we rescued. I'm going to throw a battery in it. It's on the charger now. In a minute, and we'll try to start it up, and just going to start messing with it. I want to take the brakes apart and see if I can flush them out and get them to work, because now they're sticking, and that makes it a real pain in the keister to be rolling in and out of the shop. So I want to get that done. I haven't looked in the gas tank yet to see if it's rusty. So we'll have to do that. Possibly take the carburetors off, clean them. I don't know, but I'd really like to hear it run. Such a good looking motorcycle, and as soon as I hear it run, I am fully committed to putting some money into it, make it back to roadworthy or whatever we're gonna do. But I don't want to get too crazy on spending money until we know the engine's good. So our little Bonnie here, I got the front reservoir cap off, and you can see she's nice and dark, probably never been changed, so we'll suck it out of there, suck the line free, and maybe with some new stuff it'll start working again, but maybe not. We might have to, rebuild the caliper. We'll see. In the meantime, I got the battery for the Arctic Cat on the charge, and we can jump it over if we need to. Finally got a hold of the owner of this thing, and I got parts on order, so in the next few videos we'll be getting back on this thing and wrapping it up. Alright, so we got the battery on the old jumper here, and let's see if she does anything. Oh, she's a cranker. She's a cranker. It's cranking weak because the battery probably needs charge still, but it's cranking, and that makes me happy, because normally if they do that, then we can get them to run. 9 times out of 10. Let's not jinx it. So I'm super happy that it turns over, but on to other things. Sucked all the brake fluid out, but oh my gosh, we are frozen solid. Will not move. So we're going to take all this off here and try to take it apart and see if we can get that piston to break loose. Might end up having to get a rebuild kit for this guy. So one of the things I've run into is this bolt right here, this Banjo, is rounded off big time. Neither a wrench or a socket will go on it, so I'm going to try this little doodad as seen on TV jobby, and hopefully we can bust it loose with that. There we go. As seen on TV for the win. Alright, ladies and gents, YouTube magic. I can't really remember what we were doing when I started this video, because it was several days ago, but we got the parts in for the 400, 440, 450, whatever the heck the thing is, Arctic Cat, Suzuki, Kawasaki quad. So that is on the agenda today. The Bonneville, didn't get too much done with it over the last couple days because I've been at the new shop doing stuff over there. But yeah, let's dive right in. Alright guys, so got a fancy Dancy Puller on the old Amazonians, and Damon is figuring out how that works, and scored this bad boy on eBay because ours has sheared off bolts, so ended up this thing was for sale as a complete unit, so picked that up, and a new stator because the old stator was royally messed up.
Don't go too much.
Yeah, just a little dab will do ya. After many whacks with the hammer, the flywheel came off. And back here looks pretty good. No apparent damage, which is always good. Except for, we gotta get this garbage out of here because the bolts are broken off. But yeah, didn't bend the crank. That's always good.
Yeah.
Every time I think I'm being slick and I'm going to save us some time and some work, never really quite works out. So the flywheel Sprague clutch setup that I got, I was like, oh cool, it's all one piece, we'll just throw it on. Well, it doesn't really work that way because the keyway on the crank, that little guy right there, the Sprague will not fit over that, so it is a must to take out the keyway if you're doing a project like this. Now you know, and so do we. So I've been working on the front master cylinder here, and we got quite a bit of corrosion on the piston, if you can see that. So I'm going to look online and see if we can find a rebuild kit, and we'll keep on rocking and rolling. Alright guys, so just for the old shits and gigs, we're going to see if this thing will run. Got the battery hooked up to jump it. I'm going to spray it with a little starting fluid, and give it a little gas, and hopefully she'll run. Come on, baby. The old joker. And oh yeah, come on. Oh yeah. Look there. Alright guys, good news. The Bonneville is a runner. It doesn't run good, but it runs. So that's good enough for me to be okay with spending a little bit of money on it and putting a little time into it. So first things third, let's pull off the carburetors because carburetors are our specialty. And if you're asking yourself, but why is the rear fender off? Well, let me tell you. Triumph in all its wisdoms has really compacted everything in here, and to get the airbox loose so you can slide it back to get the carburetors off, you got to take the rear fender off. Everything is really sandwiched in here. We got a little sensor here, connector. If you unhook your terminal and kind of pull the wires, you can get to it. It's not easy by any means. A couple vent hoses on the top of the carburetor, and then on the bottom you got some electrical stuff. What I like to do is put a little tape on there and then label them, so when we go to put this back together we know what side is what side. Just a little tech tip for you. But yeah, let's see if we can pull these carburetors off here. So from the outside, they're not the dirtiest carbs I've ever seen, but they're also not the cleanest. Let's pull the bowls off here and see what secrets we have hiding inside. I already tore my napkin. Oh my goodness. Oh, not too bad. I'm sure the jets are clogged though, but that didn't look too bad. Same with this guy. Not too bad, not too bad. That's a good sign. So even though everything is usually the same in carburetors, when you have a set or even four, use the jets that go in each one. I don't know, I'm kind of weird about that. I don't like to mix stuff up. I like to use the stuff that was in the carburetor originally, especially on carburetors like this, because these have never been taken off before. This is the first time that they've been apart since 2002, and that's pretty awesome. Well, I hope you guys can see down in there, but there's a little brass piece that sits in the bottom of the carburetor there, and this side we do not have one. I'm gonna have to go back through my footage. Maybe I can see taking it apart, but either it wasn't in there or it fell out while I was taking it apart, and it is in the abyss because I've looked high and low everywhere. I can't find it, so I'm gonna go online and order a new one. I'm also going to order a few other things. I already got the brake rebuild kit on the way. Need a battery, and then I think it might be missing a part that goes underneath the seat for the latch. So I need to look that up. I'm going to look up tires because these ones are pretty old. And get some stuff on order so we can knock this thing out. As far as the quad goes, obviously it's dark o'clock out. Damon's gone. The quad is pretty much done, in the exception of we just got to put the cover back on. One of the bolts broke, so Damon has a whole bolt assortment stuff at home. He's gonna find one that matches perfectly, and then we'll put that together tomorrow morning. And hopefully it runs, and we'll move on to probably doing some other stuff with it in the next video. I'm guessing it's going to need a carb clean, but you know, we'll see what happens. Whew, busy, tons of work going on at the new shop, and I'll get on making some videos about that, but just a lot of paperwork, and it's a mess. But we're getting there. As always, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And we're coming up on 2,000 subscribers. Like I said, I'm going to do a giveaway. Not really sure how to do a giveaway yet. Probably, I don't know. We'll figure something out. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.